Dolphins season expectations, captains were named, and a little tip of the hat to the Seattle Seahawks, the rivalry jerseys. Bravo. You win my respect. What's going on, Fin Nation and YouTube? And if any Seattle fans just come by for a few seconds, welcome you in as well, because I'm going to start today just by saying, and I'm going to try to put up the jerseys for the Seattle Seahawks. It'll be right around here if I do this correctly. We'll see. Kind of new for me, but I wanted to just say that you got it hands down. I can't sit here and say that you had the nicest jerseys or the nicest helmets deal, but all respect, because I don't know how well it's going to be up here. I'm going to put the jersey up, and the fact that they have put in 12 inside the numbers of the jerseys for the 12th man, hats off for respecting your fans. I absolutely beautiful job. You win. I don't care what they do the next few years. And I really did like Miami's rivalry jerseys. I like the look of it. As I said in a previous video, first time they've got anything right in a while when it comes to as far as the jerseys and the uniforms. But I don't see anybody topping this. Of course, we all know about the 12th man. We know about the noise level. We know how hard it is to go into Seattle and play. And they got it right. They basically included their fans in this, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, like I said, a tip of the cap, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat that. I don't care what the jersey looks like. It's just the fact that they included the fans, and good job, Seattle. Good job, Seattle Seahawks. Also, the captains were named earlier today, which will probably you'll be able to see their faces on the beginning of the video. No real surprises. Tua, obviously, named captain. Alec Ingle, the fullback. Zach Sealer, Aaron Brewer, Jordan Brooks, the weak side linebacker, and Bradley Chubb. So congratulations to them being voted in as team captains for the 2025 season. Really cool on their part. And the other thing we're going to talk about today, now I've got a few things coming up. We're going to obviously Dolphins Colts Sunday. Excited about it. I think it's going to give us a real good idea of what direction Miami's going to go in. I also believe you're not going to know exactly what type of team that we have until around week 4. Week 4, week 5, you're really going to know what the team is going to be. So I'm going to do a video, obviously, on that game. I'll also do a breakdown after the game. I'm also going to try and get in an AFC East predictions and talk about the division as a whole, where I think we're going to be. You'll get a teaser of that today. But today we're talking about the Dolphins' expectations, and I've said it in in past videos, it's really one of those. I can see us winning 12 games. I can see us winning 6 games. It is that tight with the talent that is on paper. But there's some things that I really am excited about. Now, it's kind of unofficial, but most of the starters have been said. You've got Tua, Achane, Ingold as fullback, obviously Hill, Waddle. Going from what I've seen, it's going to be Malik Washington actually as the third receiver. And then they'll probably rotate between Westbrook and Taj Washington and Eskridge. I'm sure they'll throw him in there here and there. Darren Waller is going to be the starting tight end. That's going to be a question mark. Got to see how he's going to play. They've still got Julian Hill marked in as the backup. I think it should be Tanner Connor. That is just my personal vote. I like Tanner Connor. I like what I've seen in the preseason. But as of right now, you got Darren Waller, Julian Hill, and then Tanner Connor coming in relief a little bit. Of course, on the offensive line, not even going to name the backups except for one. But you got Patrick Paul, Jonah Savaianaya, Aaron Brewer, James Daniels, and Austin Jackson. Kendall Lamb is the only one I'm really going to mention as a decent backup. Everything else, which we do have some injuries already on the offensive line. Liam Eichenberg is out. And honestly, the rest of the backups are just, they looked really bad in preseason. So I'm not even going to go into what the backups, we've got to hope that our offensive line holds up this season. And then on defense, this is interesting to me. Now, I talked about, in one of the videos, I talked about the fact that, hey, it'd be interesting to see if they can get, Chop, Phillips, Chubb, and get all three of them on the field together. Of course, Sealer will be there, he's defensive tackle. But when they came out in preseason, they actually went in as a 4-3 defense. Now, I was curious how that's going to work. And we've seen in the Detroit game, they played the starters quite a bit early on. And we've seen quite a bit of Chubb, Chop, and Phillips on the field together. That's going to be interesting, because when I looked this up, they have got Chop Robinson listed as the left defensive end, Sealer as the defensive tackle, Benito Jones at the right defensive tackle, then Bradley Chubb at right defensive end. And then they have Jalen Phillips slotted in as the strong side linebacker. That is interesting to me, because you can do so much with those three guys. You don't know where the rush is going to be coming from. I think this helps our corners, which I'll get to the corners, at least who they're showing early as the starter. We knew that they pretty much announced that Storm Duck was going to be the starter at one corner, but we really didn't know who the other side was going to be. But I'll get back into this. Right defensive end is Chubb. Weak side linebacker is Jordan Brooks, who is questionable for the Colts game. I do know that, and I will go back. Achane, obviously, he's also questionable. Wright is out. We know he's not going to play. So Gordon is going to get, the rookie Gordon is going to get some carries. I think Achane will start. I think he'll be in the game. It's just how much he can go. So then you've got Gordon that will back him up, and I think could get quite a few carries against the Colts. Let's see, I went over the rest. Also, you got middle linebacker is Terrell Dotson. KJ Brent is going to be the backup. And then, like I said, the strong side linebacker is Jalen Phillips. Very interesting to me. And then, the way they've got it is the right cornerback is going to be Storm Duck. Bonner will be backing him up. They've got Ashton Davis starting at strong safety. Now, he is going to be questionable for the Colts game. So, probably Malafanu is going to start at strong safety. And then, of course, you got Mika Fitzpatrick is going to be your starting free safety. Everybody knows that. But it's the left corner. Oh, I hope it doesn't bite us in the butt. But here we are again. A Buffalo Bill will be starting at left corner, at least as of right now, going from everything I've seen, is Rasul Douglas will be your starter at left corner. So hopefully he plays for us and not Buffalo, the way that the safety did last year. But anyway, and then your nickelback is going to be Jason Marshall Jr., which is why we ended up cutting the guy from New England. So that is pretty much what we're going to be running with. And also Riley Patterson is going to be our kicker. So looking at the team on paper, I'm a lot more positive than what I was early in the season. The defensive backs still scare the crap out of me, and the offensive line still scares the crap out of me. But I'm excited about this front seven. I'm extremely excited about this front seven. Everything else is the norm. You guys know, you're smart. And leave a comment if there's something that I'm missing or you wish that I would have talked about, because I can go into the whole Tua's got to be healthy. We know this. We know about the offensive line's got to be healthy. We know that our corners are suspect. But with this front seven being able to get to the pass rusher and actually, I don't know, maybe we can actually stop some scrambling running backs or at least slow them down. Extremely interesting to me that they went to a 4-3. I'm actually really excited about this front seven. I can't wait to see them play Sunday. I'm not going to go into the Dolphins-Colts game. I will do that a little later. But I just wanted to take a moment. Again, hats off to the captains. Hats off to the Seattle Seahawks. I know this is a Dolphins channel, but I like to give credit where credit is due. In Seattle, home run. Got it out of the park. But I will be coming out with a video on the Dolphins-Colts game a little closer to game time. I'm going to come out with my opinion on what I think the AFC East is going to look like this year. I'll also be looking at, like I said, the Dolphins and Colts. So I'm kind of rambling at this point. But, hey, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to hear about. Like I said, I'll be doing the AFC East predictions. I will be doing the Dolphins, Colts. I do not do predictions for games. I will talk about the games, especially this season. Again, the Colts game is going to be a winnable game. It's also a losable game. We've got to find out what team is going to show up for the Miami Dolphins and what this team is going to look like. And then, like I said, tip of the cap, congratulations anyway to the captains, which no big surprises there. Maybe the fact that Hill is not a captain, which I don't think he should have been a captain to start with. You got to have leaders, and I think what you see on this list with Tua Ingold, he was nominated for Man of the Year last year. Zach Sealer, we know what he is. Aaron Brewer, Jordan Brooks, Chubb, all these stand-up guys and guys that are not afraid to call you out and say, hey, you got to pick it up. So I like it. I like the captain. I like the captains. I know a lot of people is going to say, I don't know why Tua's a captain. He don't do nothing. Tua, as far as he has got a great head on his shoulders, and we have seen him call out anybody and everybody. He actually gets chastised for being too honest at the podium. Why? Why are you being... Basically, I think he's being too honest. That needs to stay in-house. You ask the question. They ask a question. Everybody wants that politically correct answer. And Tua has not been doing that. He has basically come out and said, this is not working. This does not get it done. And you need to be held accountable. And if that's not a captain, I don't know what is. And including himself. He has thrown himself under the bus for, not throwing the ball away enough. The injuries, he has proclaimed that a lot of that is his fault. Honestly, if you go back and look, there may be one that wasn't his fault, that he didn't have to take those hits. So for all the people that says, hey, Tua doesn't need to be a captain, yeah, you don't know football. You just don't, because he is taking accountability and he is holding other people accountable, and he is very respected in that locker room by his players. So yeah, I think I really love the captains and who they got. But that's it as a whole. Leave a comment. What do you think about the roster as far as the starters? How you think it's going to run? And I'll try to, within the next day or two, I will try to get the AFC East down, and then right after that we will try to dissect the Dolphins and the Colts just a little bit before the game. And like I said, I'm more of a after the thought reaction, so most of my stuff will be after the Colts game. Hopefully we get a W. Hopefully the Ravens win. Actually, I hope the rest of the AFC East loses, because we need all the help we can get. So anyway, guys, make good decisions, and less than a week, baby. Fins up.